Get started. Hey! So this morning we have Lindsay as our singer. Lindsay, will you wave? Hey,
Hi.
it's Lindsay. Okay, cool. Can everyone hear me, by the way? I know, Amanda, you're back. Can you
Yep.
hear me, Amanda? Just nod, maybe. All right, cool. We're going to get started. Very good. So, our singer this morning is Lindsay. And tell everyone what you're going to be singing.
I'm gonna be singing "Sometimes" by Britney Spears.
Super
Little
fun.
Britney, little Britney on this Saturday morning.
I love it. I love it. So, so much fun. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone else. So, oops, let's do that. And, oops. All right, cool. Awesome. So, Lindsay, can you tell everyone a little bit about the song you're about to sing? Obviously, we know Britney Spears is iconic, but tell me what about the song inspires you, what makes you want to sing it, and any other singers you listen to that inspire you as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I sang this song as, or I've been working on this song for a while. I sang it as part of an audition for a local um, theater performance. They wanted two songs from the 70s, 80s, or 90s, one more pop, one more ballad. And I just found it, I mean, it just kind of came. I've always been a big fan of Britney through her highs and her lows. I've always been a big fan of her and her music. And I remember listening to the song growing up and listening to it on TRL. And I think it speaks to, anyone who wants love and is drawn to someone, but has been hurt in the past. And I think it definitely speaks to anyone, male or female, who has found themselves in that position. It's always kind of difficult to navigate
Definitely, definitely.
and
And
awkward.
awkward, yeah. It
Mhm.
can be it can be a little bit awkward if you like someone and you're not sure what's going on the other side. And tell me, you were telling me about a Broadway singer for the Broadway Does Britney?
Yes.
Hmm.
So I'm a huge Broadway fan, and there is a wonderful cover of this song by Corey Cott, who's done a lot of Broadway work. He's done Newsies and some other really, really neat work on the Broadway. And he did a cover of this song. A bunch of Broadway performers got together and did a bunch of Britney covers. And I really loved the way how this is already a ballad, but he took it down a step and even lowered the tempo a little bit more. And I think when you lower the tempo, I mean, just as something as simple as that, as lowering the tempo of the song, the words and the meaning behind the words tend to speak to us a lot more. At least that was my experience with it. I just really love his version.
Cool. So we're doing it a little slower than Britney does, right? As
Yes.
well? Cool. All right, well, let's
Yeah.
get started. We'd love to hear you sing.
Okay. Thanks. And I know so when Sonia and I did our audio check the other day, she found that the best way that you guys can hear the accompaniment is if I hold my phone like this, like a boom box. So we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Okay. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me. It's not that I don't want to stay, but every time you come too close, I move away. I want to believe in everything that you say, 'cause it sounds so good. But if you really want me, move slow. There's things about me you just have to know. Sometimes I run, Sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight, treat you right, be with you day and night. Baby, all I need is time. I don't wanna be so shy. Every time that I'm alone, I wonder why. Hope that you will wait for me. You'll see that you're the only one for me. I wanna believe in everything that you say, 'cause it sounds so good. But if you really want me, move slow. There's things about me you just have to know. Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight, treat you right, be with you day and night. Baby, all I want is to hold you tight, treat you right, be with you day and night. Baby, all I need is time. Just hang around and you'll see there's nowhere I'd rather be. If you let me, trust in me the way that I trust in you. Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight, treat you right, be with you day and night. Baby, all I want is to hold you tight. Sometimes I run, sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight, treat you right, be with you day and night. Baby, all I, and then it fades out.
Okay, very good. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So, tell me how you felt.
I felt pretty good. I felt pretty good. I feel like I understand, I feel like I felt pretty good about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Oh, one moment. I'm having
Yeah.
a little technical difficulty. I just have to fix really quick. One
No
moment.
problem. Brittany is a hard person to sing, and it's hard to kind of, you know, make it your own too,
Mm-hmm, definitely.
which is something that, I try to do. You don't want to completely, she has such a unique style of singing, and you definitely want to pay homage to her and the style of singer that she is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so one challenge I think is to really kind of make it your own while not, not completely copying her.
Absolutely. Okay, so this song, there are two things I want to address right away. The first is we had a few pitch issues. Did you feel that as well? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe just not sure where the notes are going. I suspect two things are happening. One, either it's a little bit high, so I would take it maybe down a half step or a step, just so we never really feel like we have to reach for Brittany or
Yeah.
reach for higher notes, just to make sure, and maybe just go over some of the notes in the middle to make sure we really know the notes. The second thing is, with this song, it's very much from a spoken singing perspective. Now, what that means is, and I heard this both in the Corey version, the Broadway singer, as well as
Yeah.
Britney's version. This song is from the perspective of somebody who is a little bit more reserved, right? We're more shy. Of course, we have all these feelings like shy, maybe scared, mushy. But the very core of this song is from, I would say, a head voice sort of deconstructed place. So, whereas so much music we mix, we'll have chest voice and head voice. When we're a little bit nervous, maybe talking, sometimes maybe it will just be head voice. So it'll just be here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, especially when Britney was doing this at the very beginning, in what I've read is that the producer was trying to look for her sound and figure out what would be marketable. And they figured out that when she talked, which was a little bit Valley Girl back then. Do you remember like a Valley Girl kind of speaking voice? Does everybody know what that is? Okay, so a Valley Girl speaking voice is not a chest connected voice like you hear girls now speaking on a little bit more fry, everything's lower. But girls back then, everybody kind of talked a little bit higher. It was just kind of what was in fashion. Does everybody feel that too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of thinking about, oh, I need to connect to my body for this song, I would instead go the other way and think, I need to just sing it based on talking, right? But not talking from a full connected way. Almost like, like how a little girl would talk if she's kind of nervous? Like, hi guys, I don't really know what to do. Everything is just kind of here up. It's nervous, it's afraid, it's not super, super connected. Not super connected is the word I'm looking for. And then the same in the Broadway singer. If you look back, Corey, what is his last name? Corey Cott. So when he sings it as well, he's singing it almost what's called sotto voce, which is half voice or disconnected head voice most of the time. So what that means, if you're not a singer, is that we are not connecting to our body. Can everybody, I have everyone else muted, but just kind of in your own room, I'd like you to just say, woo, kind of high, woo,
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
So does everybody kind of hear that sound? One more time, Lindsay.
Ooh.
Woo. Now, I'd like you to talk a little bit higher just for a minute, not thinking about connecting to anything, and just tell me about the weather today.
Okay, well, we had a lot of rain last night, and the rain was great, and now it's sunny and it's beautiful, and I can't wait to go out on a walk and get outside a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to take everybody off mute just for a moment, or raise your hand and I'll mute you. Can anybody tell me what speaking on disconnected head voice did to did to the feelings she's trying to portray to you as she talks to you? Does she seem more innocent? Does she seem more shy? Does she seem more scared? Any of these things? Anybody raise your hand and I'll get you?
Kind of more innocent.
Oh, more innocent? Okay, Susan, yeah, totally. Anybody else? Tell me, Kelly.
Oh, she seemed more shy, but it also seemed like her pitch automatically went up too.
Yeah, so when we're speaking on disconnected head voice, everything sounds a little higher. If we were to have an old stereo with treble and bass, and I'm not connecting to my body when I talk, all of a sudden everything sounds a little higher because I get that sound, that trebly sound that you don't have when there's balance. So I'd like to start the song again, and I want to think. I want you to sing it as if you were just talking to me. Don't feel like you need to sing. Think about as if you were talking to me, but put a little air behind it. So what are the first lyrics again?
You tell me you're in love with me.
All right,
like
yes.
You can't take your pretty.
Say it, the whole thing.
Keep singing it like
no,
that.
No. Tell me the whole phrase again. I'm sorry. What is it?
Oh, okay. In head voice?
Yeah, I'd like you to talk to me in head voice. Yeah.
Okay. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me.
Beautiful.
Not that I don't.
That much. Just that much. I want even less. I don't want you to feel like you're telling it to us way over there. You're just talking to a friend. We don't have to project. We don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more time.
Oh, okay. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me. It's not that I don't want to
Just
stay.
that much. Can you give me just until you can't take your pretty eyes away from me? Just that much again. I still feel like you're giving it to me forward. I want you to tell me like you're on the phone in the corner.
Okay. Okay.
Even less.
Okay.
Even less.
Okay. You tell me you're in love with me, like
Less.
you can't
Less.
take your
Less.
pretty
Less.
eyes.
I want
Less,
less than
less,
that.
less.
Way
Okay.
less. Do you guys remember Valley Girl sound when you're kind of talking and it's a little bit on head voice and fry at the same time? Do you guys remember that? Anybody know what? If you don't know what fry is, tell me. Anybody? Fry, Kate? Yeah. So fry is what happens when I am not creating space in my throat, and it's that ah sound. Yeah. So there's no space in my throat. I'm creating this. It's
Like a
it's a
Kardashian.
pressing without any phonation. Now you can do it with phonation, but I want this idea of Valley Girl sound. So it's like almost like a fry with phonation. So, but I don't want you to feel like you're projecting. Just take it away,
Okay.
almost like you're talking way
Just
back.
like you're on the phone. Yeah.
Yep, in the corner, super quiet,
Okay.
and you can't wake people. And just tell me how you feel.
You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me.
Better. I'd like you to do one more thing. Now, because
Yes.
with Lindsay and because with many people, when we do fry and we close up the back, sometimes it goes a little bit too much into our nasal passages. So to offset that, I want you to think of saying it on a sigh as well. I'm sorry, I already forgot the words. Bling. What is it?
You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me.
Oh my God, that was gorgeous. Okay, do that again for me, but just head voice
Oh,
disconnected.
okay. Okay. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me.
Good. Can you give me more space behind you like you're whispering?
Yes. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me.
Oh my God. Not only did I get more authenticity, but I got this feeling that you're not pressing, you're not giving it to me. You're just being authentic with what you're saying. So I want to start the song again, and by the way, how does that feel when you're doing a disconnected head voice?
Uh, it's tough. It doesn't feel natural.
Uh-huh.
I guess maybe is the right word.
Uh-huh.
You kind of have to focus on it and make sure that you're making that you're able to get that sound out.
Yeah. So it's thinking about keeping everything high, not connecting into using both chest resonance and head resonance, just head for this. Now, as the song gets bigger and you have that sort of bridge where she's like getting bigger, yeah, you're going to connect everything. But at the beginning, I just
Right.
want it basic and simple. And if you're not a singer and you're not sure how to feel if you're connecting to chest or not, you can place one hand on your chest and talk. Can everybody just say, hey?
Hey.
Yeah, so do most of you by nodding feel any vibration here? Yeah, so that means we're speaking with balance, which is normal and most people speak with a balance. If we want to take it away for certain songs, hey, just use up here. One more time, keep the hand and try to feel no vibration down here. You'll feel a little, a little.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, so what
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
activating is just your head voice. Disconnecting the head voice on purpose. Yeah, and exercises that can make you feel that are starting at the top without any pressure into a slide. Woo! Can you do that, Lindsay?
Ooh.
Even less. Woo!
Ooh.
Yeah, so taking away the pressure too can help disconnect the head voice if you're doing it for a song like this. So I'd like to start again. I'll just put my hand up when we're going to pause, and I'd like you to think about singing almost as if you're talking on pitch. So this is not speech level singing, that's its own thing. This is just feeling like you're talking to me on pitch and authentically telling me how you feel in the song. Let's begin again.
Okay. All right. With the accompaniment, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You tell me you're in love with me, Like you can take your pretty eyes away from me. It's not that I don't want to stay, but every time you come too close, I move away. I wanna believe in everything that you say, 'cause it sounds so good. But if you really want me, move slow. There's things about me you just have to know. Sometimes.
Cool. So already better start to the song. Already, because this
Mhm.
song is not belt blast forward, right? This song is like, this is how I feel, right? And you know that Britney is mic'd. There's a lot of stuff in the studio going on to make it amplified. So you don't have to worry about amplifying your voice for this song, right? Cool. Now I
Right.
want to add on another thing. I want to add on emotion. Yeah? At the very beginning of the song, we have this intro, and we're just like, okay, no! I want to know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have the very beginning memorized?
Yes.
Cool. Do we need the accompaniment? Can we just start an a cappella? Just so I can hear you do the beginning?
Sure.
Have a little fun with it. I want you to feel like you're just talking on the phone. I want to feel, um, uh, I don't want you to think shy. I want you to feel shy, and then I want to hear it. Does that make sense?
Not okay.
So
Okay.
sometimes if we think, okay, for this song, I have to be shy. What it comes off to the audience is, I'm thinking about being shy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So instead, I want you to think, have you ever had an experience, you don't have to tell us, in which you like someone and you're not sure if they like you, and it's very cute. You were
Mm-hmm.
probably very young when this happened, or, like a little crush thing. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to see that person and I want you to tell him or her how you feel very authentically in the moment without not feeling like we have to push our voice. Just easy.
Okay.
Basically, try hard, try less.
Try less. Okay.
Try less and have more fun. Okay, give it to me again. Just the beginning. What's our starting note? Uh, about there? Sometimes
Yes.
I run.
Yeah. B flat.
Sometimes I run. Down there?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Give me just the very beginning until the chorus.
The first verse.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Um. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me. It's not that I don't want to stay, but every time you come too close, I move away. I want to believe in everything that you say, 'cause it sounds so good. But if you really want me, move slow. There's things about me you just have to know.
Hey!
Sometimes
Okay, way better. Can
I
we
feel
open this
like
up?
I'm trying to emulate. Like when I hear that when I'm singing it,
Yeah?
I'm like, you're trying too hard to sound like Britney.
You
Like
don't
how
sound
do
like
you?
Britney, though.
Okay,
You don't sound like
okay,
Britney. You sound like you. The difference is
okay,
we can talk, we
okay.
can, the imitation is important as well, and it can be if you're trying to sound like Britney, but just sounding like you, if I talk in disconnected head voice with a little fry, I don't sound like Britney. I mean,
No,
maybe it's kind of going that way, but I sound like me, right? I'm a little shy.
yeah.
I'm 12 or 13. Oh my God. I sound like me. And you sound like you. I don't think you sound like Britney either. I think you sound more authentic, more sweet. This is like preteen love romance right here. Okay, Jesse, you had a question.
Yes, I feel like her singing a cappella kind of just made it her own and she fell into it without worrying about the accompaniment in a crazy way. It was so much better when you sang it a cappella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kelly?
Oh,
Oh wait, I was agreeing with Jesse. Sorry.
There was something about it. Yes, it was beautiful when it was a cappella.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anything
Thank
else we
you.
noticed? Did it sound like she was
Really
trying to
pretty.
imitate Britney Spears, by the way?
No,
No.
you sounded like yourself. It sounded amazing. It sounded so much better without the company. I don't know why it did, but it did. It sounded like you were
It
like
would be a really pretty
it
a
was a
cappella
story,
song.
like when you were young and you were in love and maybe you didn't know the guy. It was like you were telling us a story. Like
Yeah. Now I want to add 2 more things. Are you cool with that?
Yes.
All right. Bam. Let's add 2 more things. I'm going to mute everyone else who's been talking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone else, mute, mute, mute. 1 moment. Almost there. Almost there. Cool. All right. So the 2 more things I want to add. 1. Now this is a vocal thing and a fun thing. I need those cheeks. I need smile. She is shy. She is so cute. You are shy and you are so cute. And we're so afraid to tell everyone how we feel. But, you know, when we're afraid, aren't we still kind of like, don't I have cheeks in there? Right? Emotionally have cheeks. Now, why do I also need cheeks from a vocal standpoint? Because when I raise my cheeks, I sort of remind myself to also raise my soft palate, which is that squishy thing on the very back on the top. If everyone wants to feel it, if you don't know where it is, it needs to be up when you're singing because that helps keep us in tune. Yeah? So by smiling, number 1, we look better. Number 2, I believe you as a character or as a personality and as a person trying to give me this information in the song. And 3, it helps us remember to keep the soft palate up. The second thing is I want to have fun with this. I'm still getting a little bit of the same feeling throughout. And do you feel that too? Cool. So I have a fun game that I like. And this is a game in which I'm going to hold up different feelings or personality traits as you're singing. And I would like you to overdo it with the feeling. So the first one, I'm going to give it to you. Cute.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to sing it, and I want you to be really, really cute here. Can you give it to me? All right.
Yeah.
So as you're singing, you're going to be changing how you feel. So I'm just going to give you some cards, all right? Let's do it again.
Okay.
Give me the accompaniment just so I know you can do it with accompaniment because we want to take it slower and that's how you'd like to take it, right? Cool. Let's do it.
From the beginning, right?
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to be holding up cards during interludes as well.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Alrighty.
Let me see it.
You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me. It's not that I don't want to stay, but every time you come too close, I move away. I wanna believe in everything that you say, 'cause it sounds so good. But if you really want me, move slow. There's things about me you just have to know. Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight, treat you right, be with you day and night. All I need is time. I don't wanna.
Yeah. So how did that feel?
This is good. You know, that exercise is always fun. I've done that not with a singing class, but in an acting class.
Yeah.
And that's always a fun way to have a release and really explore the different ways you can go with the music.
Yeah. So there's so much you can give to us, breaking down each even part of the sentence, you know? And maybe she's angry because he's not listening to me. But remember, we're still kind of cute and innocent throughout this. So any emotion we feel, we're still feeling it from the feeling of this vulnerable girl, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody have any comments about how this was fun or anything to her voice? Jesse? Oh,
I
yeah. Sorry. One more time.
I liked that activity. And I really liked how Lindsay she did each one, and I like that it didn't seem too difficult for you to become each character of the card. So that was nice to watch that. I liked it.
Lindsay is already a natural actress, so acting is easy for
Ah,
her. I want to see it
few
from inside oh, you're a fabulous actress. Oh my goodness. Fabulous, fabulous. Yeah, so this exercise is fun because it really kind of gets us out of our head, which is something really important for everybody. Anybody else? Okay, good, good. Oh, Amanda, yes.
Um, you were
Oh,
you were so expressive, and it was really interesting to see how each of the emotions played in and how you changed things with each feeling. It was really cool.
yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, and by yes, Kate. Oh, all right. Yes.
I was just gonna say it was just really neat to see the way like the tone of the song changed a little bit, but at the same time like that I'm like it was still you, but it was just like the different emotions. It was just a different perspective. I know nothing about singing also, so just a heads up. But from a non-singer perspective.
Yeah. So super fun.
It's easy to think of this song as having, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, please tell me.
I was just going to say it's very easy to think of this song as having one feeling, right? She's shy, she's kind of reserved, maybe she's trying to be a little bit cute, but the song takes on a whole different level when you do incorporate different emotions. It's so easy, I think, to associate one emotion with one song, but when you bring in different, it takes it to a different level. And that's something I hadn't really thought much about.
Yeah, because we think about Britney, we kind of think about this monotonous feeling throughout because Britney as a person and a product and a singer has a very clear identity, right? But as you singing it, I want to see your identity singing it. Now, of course, having said that, I still want to see it from a very vulnerable place of a younger girl. I wouldn't belt this in chest voice. It probably, I mean, you could. It'll be a totally different song. But having disconnected head voice sort of gives you that vulnerable sort of sound. And also, we can't really project a lot when we're just singing on the head voice. So that helps keep it back a little bit. I want to see if we can do one more thing. And that thing is this. In the song, even when we're thinking about not opening our throat, creating almost sort of a fry throughout, head voice, disconnected, I want to see if you can give me more of a sigh throughout as well. Do you know what I mean by sigh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So would you say the very beginning to me again? And it's okay if there's a little fry as you talk to me. That's okay too. But I want to think about disconnected head voice. It's all up here. And head voice is funny too because it doesn't necessarily mean I'm speaking high. I can speak lower in head voice too, right? So just because you're speaking in head voice, I'm thinking about a high larynx. So this thing right here, it's a little higher on purpose. It doesn't mean I have to be Minnie Mouse to speak in head voice, right? I can speak a little bit lower and still be in head voice. And I'd like you to say the first phrase to me as if they're with a feeling of air behind everything you say. So just say the first phrase to me. And because you want to sing it slower, I would like you to say it slower as well.
Okay. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me.
Good. Can you say it a little bit lower on head voice? A little bit lower.
A bit lower.
Yeah, because I think your natural speaking voice is a little lower as well, right?
It is.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So that's perfect. And that's also mostly head voice. Yes.
Okay. Ooh, this has always been hard for me. Okay.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good. All right. This has been always been hard for me. Okay. You tell me you're in love with me, like you can't take your pretty eyes away from me.
Great. A little lower. Let's do
This is hard.
yes on a C sharp. You tell me you're in love with me.
You tell me you're in love with me. Sound like a robot.
A little lower. You tell me you're in love with me.
You tell me you're in love with me. You tell me
You
you're
tell me you're in love
with me.
One more time.
You tell me you're in love with me. You tell me you're in love with me.
You tell me you're in love with me.
You tell me you're in love with me.
Last one.
You tell me you're in love with me.
Awesome. So that feeling you have right there, I'd like you to sing the song. How does it feel in your throat so you remember?
Like I'm pushing. You can definitely feel the air.
Yeah.
I can feel air at the back of my, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, guys, we have less than a minute left. I can't believe it. We don't get to sing it again. But I love the progress you made with this song. When you're practicing at home, I want you to think about never pressing forward with this song. This is not a belter piece. Keeping it inward, keeping it authentic, thinking about different emotions and different feelings you have as you're saying this, and you're so afraid to say it, but you know you have to. Yeah? And just having fun with the song is the most important. Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for the feedback too. This was fun.
You're welcome. Any final comments? Anybody else? Everyone had fun. I love it. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.